All right, in this video we're going to do the cutting. Previously we marked out to lengths, and those lengths came from our workshop plan, and we're going to cut. So we're going to need the Tenon Saw, a bench hook, and I've got a clamp. So we're going to place the bench hook in the vise, and remember the bench hooks can flip. So this gap's on the left, so that's for a left-handed person. Now the gap's on the right, that's for a right-handed person. Tighten that in the vise, and we'll place our timber on the bench hook. Now the line where we need to cut is just to the right of the edge of that block. I'm going to use the clamp to clamp it in place. Now notice, pay attention to how I'm placing this clamp. See if I can hold the timber down flat, so you may need someone to help hold things for you, and then tighten the clamp. Nice and tight, so that the bench hook's held in the vise and the timber's clamped to the bench hook. Make sure you flip the clamp away from where you need to cut so that the saw's not going to hit the clamp. Pistol grip, so make a pistol, put it in the saw. We'll place the saw next to the line. We actually don't want to be quite touching the line. A couple of pulls backwards. Now, I'm using my thumb there as a bit of a guide. So the thumb is rubbing along that steel part of the blade there, not where the teeth are. We're going to drag it backwards. Once we've got a bit of a mark, we're ready to start cutting. So start pushing forward slightly to cut. Now, I'm going to zoom in here. What I want you to see is where I cut in relation to that line. So I'm cutting right next to the line, and we need to do that all the way across. And that's it. That's all there is to it. The next cut, the next cut is going to be right between those lines. So the cut shouldn't touch either of the line, but cut right between it. When you're cutting, using the Tenon Saw, cut lightly rather than trying to push hard. It's not a race. And my eyes are looking at the back edge of the cut here to make sure I'm coming down next to that line. One more thing to be aware of is keeping the saw vertical. If you're leaning the saw over to the left or to the right, you're not going to get a nice straight cut. So that's important that you do that. Well, I'll stop the video here. You guys can do all the cutting through there.